So here we are again with the new Origami dripper, and I'm just going to take you through a recipe that I've made using the origami papers. It's similar style to a V60 recipe, but I've kind of tailored it a little bit to really kind of bring out the advantages of this specific brewer. So first of all, like with any paper filter recipe, we're gonna rinse the filter and preheat the brewer. So we're just gonna take about 100 grams of water, hot boiling water, as close to boiling as possible, and I'm gonna completely soak all the filter, and I'm gonna wash out any fine paper particles that are loose on the paper that can seep into our brew and give us a kind of papery flavor, which we definitely don't want. So I'm gonna let this drip through. Perfect. I'm just gonna discard this water. Don't forget this stage, very important, discard the water. Otherwise you're gonna end up with a very weak, papery brew, which no one likes. So I'm gonna put 15 grams of coffee in here. I'm just gonna settle that a little bit. I'm gonna take my spoon. I'm gonna make a little cone. Tear my scales. And I'm using water that's 94 degrees Celsius. You can use water that's a little bit hotter than that if you like, almost just off boiling, up to kind of 98, 99 degrees. It's kind of personal preference and depends on what kind of flavor profile and the coffee that you're using. Today, we're using beautiful new natural processed coffee from Guji in Ethiopia, Tabe Burka, which has just been released. We're gonna get lots of beautiful strawberry flavors. It's super floral, almost some kind of Christmas spices we were talking about earlier, maybe some cloves, and really a lot of sweetness as well. Nice kind of caramel chocolatey sweetness. All right, so I'm gonna start my timer. I'm gonna start with my bloom of 30 grams. And I'm gonna swirl 3 times. And you're gonna see from doing that, I've completely soaked all of the coffee here. There's no danger of me having any dry parts left in the coffee, which is really important to activate the extraction process, to begin the extraction process. Now at 30 seconds, I'm gonna pour up to 150 grams. And I'm pouring quite fast here. Around the edges, I'm not touching the sides, but I'm getting close. And then I'm finishing in the middle. And that's taken me 15 seconds to pour that, to give you an idea of the flow rate, but it's quite aggressive, this pour. I have the luxury of being able to top up my kettle a little bit to maintain the temperature. And then at 1 minute, I'm pouring to 200 grams. Much slower. I'm taking 10 seconds this time. If you look at the flow rate, it's really a lot slower. Perfect. Now up to 200 grams. Then at 1 minute 20, I'm going to pour the last 50 grams. It's a 250 gram recipe. Again, it's going to take me 10 seconds. And as always, I'm starting in the middle and in a clockwise motion, going around the outside, then finishing back in the middle of the brew. Making like a spiral. At the end, picking it up, one more gentle swirl. There's advantages and disadvantages of doing the swirl. It's very important, particularly with the last one, it's very gentle and you only want to do one, you don't want to overdo it because all the fines are going to migrate to the bottom of the brewer and you're going to get a lot of choking. Your brew time is going to stretch out to 5 minutes or so. And you're going to get the risk of over extraction, but also when the water's sitting in there for that long, it's losing temperature and it's not extracting at the ideal temperature, and you're going to get inconsistency as well. So this is good, nice kind of gentle swirl, and it looks like my brew is going to take between 2.5 and 3 minutes, and that's, I would say, for a 250 gram recipe, like perfect brew time, between 2.5 and 3 minutes. And we're just